I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet, moist, every single time they think of you. And your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. So this is an update, success story to my video of my client who goes by the alter ego Kyra Sultana, who wanted to manifest her ex back, basically. Where I basically fucking said that she had trauma from her past where she feels like she can attract anyone in her life, but she immediately gets ghosted, right? That girl, right? Well, within 24 hours of me showing her the video that I showed you guys, right? She gets a fucking text from her ex. And to be honest, I don't know if it's because I'm a bad fucking listener or because I just had so many emails coming in that day, but I don't even know if she told me this, but apparently she was blocked on all fucking platforms, right? She had the fucking bottom of the barrel from this guy, okay? Blocked on all platforms, no way for her ex to reach out, right? And within 24 hours, he reaches out to her on this fucking Telegram type shit. I don't even know what the fuck it is because she's from another country. So their version of fucking Telegram, right? Well, I think Telegram can be in another country. But the point fucking is, he fucking messaged her. And I'm telling you, when she sent me this fucking success story, less than 24 hours, I think it was actually less than 12 hours, okay? She's obviously on the other side of the globe. So when she contacted me about this, I was already falling asleep. And by the time I woke up to the fact that he texted her. Okay, now obviously this is not the end result. Obviously, she doesn't just want to manifest a text, but like I have said before, okay? Birds before landing, right? Signs, movement, right? Even though we shouldn't be aware of those things, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about right here, okay? One of the key realizations in manifesting is that this shit is scary fucking real, okay? Literally all that she did was create an alter ego, right? Well, she already had the name down, but when I actually explained to her how to embody the alter ego, she said that she felt the shift within seconds, right? She felt the shift right away. And I've said this before on this channel. You can robotically affirm 50,000 times. You can do the most HD imaginal act with fucking 3D glasses and IMAX. But if you don't change what is going on within, who is the one watching that 5D imaginal act? Who is the one mouthing that affirmation? Is it the guy or the girl trying to do a technique to get their SP? Or is it the one who already has it, right? Well, one of the things that is like a nuclear bomb that just blows up all the blockages, all the limited beliefs, all the assumptions that are blocking your manifestation from coming in is when you change who you are. And I'm not talking about if you think that you have to go to the gym in order to get hot babes, or if you need to have a bigger ass cheek in order to get all the guys to DM you. No. You can look like a fucking whale, but if you tell yourself that you are the baddest bitch on the planet and you walk like that and you talk like that and you feel like that's who you truly are, no matter what you see in the 3D, no matter if you look like fucking Medusa, you will go from Medusa to Aphrodite when you change who you are. And that's why creating an alter ego is so crucial. It's not because it's about faking it till you make it. It's because we've done alter egos our whole entire lives. The way that you talk to your boss is not the same way that you talk to your friends when you guys are getting fucking wasted on the weekend, okay? The way you talk to a fucking customer is not the same way that you talk to your enemy, right? We have different masks for each and every situation. So when you put on a mask of an alter ego, for every single time that you feel like you're not worthy enough, that you are not the person that your SP is going to choose, where you notice that the circumstances are not what you want, when you choose, no, I'm actually the version of myself that has SP, when you don't only just make the alter ego about SP, but you make the alter ego that this is the embodiment of you living the life of your dreams, of you having the confidence that you've always wanted, right? Me, I made Neil Arthos, which is my alter ego's name. It's not even close to my real name. I made him physically in my imagination a godlike Zeus mythological creature who's like 7 feet tall. He looks a little like evil, but at the same time, he's just a sexy, godlike version of James Bond, right? Even though I've had many moments where I felt nervous around women, sometimes I've gotten clingy, there have been also other moments where I felt like the fucking man, where I felt like James Bond, where they were looking at me like the most alpha male in the room, right? But then it would fade away, then I would get in my head, then I would step into the state of the guy who doesn't get pussy, who is lucky to get a fucking 4 out of 10, right? Well, think about it. If I could feel like that for a moment, but then all it takes is one little rejection, and I go back to the state of being of rejection and feeling like a loser, it doesn't mean that I'm actually a loser. It just simply meant that I keep shifting from state to state. Well, Neil Arthos is the embodiment of me going back to that state where I felt like the man, where I got the number, where I got the praise at my job, where everything was going great. You know, when you have all those days where everything just is clicking on all cylinders, that is the embodiment of Neil Arthos, but for me, right? We all have those moments in our life where we're like, damn, why is it that some days I have really great days and then other days I don't? Create your alter ego to embody the version of you that always has those days. Because if you give yourself that in the embodiment of an alter ego, you're giving that self all the fucking time whenever you put on that mask of your alter ego, right? And I simply told her, I told Kyra to step into that alter ego, right? Her real name is not Kyra. We call her that because that's her alter ego's name. And she said that whenever she puts on that mask of Kyra Sultana, she feels like the one who is unstoppable, right? Because you want to know the trick behind alter egos? It's kind of like when Heath Ledger got the role as a Joker, right? May he rest in peace. My favorite actor of all time. If you watch his last interview that he ever did, right? And if any of you guys don't know who the fuck that is, then you guys have been living under a rock, because that's one of the best movies of all time. Okay, Christopher Nolan, get the fuck out of here, right? Inception, come on. Fucking, what was the other one? Well, either ways, Heath Ledger played the fucking Joker. He won a posthumous Academy Award for that character. He was in Brokeback Mountain. He was in A Knight's Tale, 10 Things I Hate About You. But out of all the roles, he said that he didn't have as much fun playing a character as he did with the Joker, right? A lot of people said, oh, he probably died because he, the role got to him. No, everybody who worked with him on set says that he was able to click right out of it once the cameras weren't rolling. He was over there joking, talking about his children. He wasn't like in the corner over there going, oh, don't talk to me, I'm gonna destroy the universe. No, right? He was having a blast, right? And the way that he could just put on and put off that character, and the way that he can talk about it, even in that interview, I remember seeing that as a kid, and I'm like, what the fuck? If I played the Joker, I would be jumping up and down and just fucking could not shut the hell up about it. But he was just kind of like, yeah, I just played the Joker, it's no big deal, right? But what I'm getting at with that is, like, when I think of being able to play such an iconic role like that, that's the way I want you to see your alter ego, right? Because you might have moments where you feel weak, right? But When you realize that there's a separate part of you that has the SP, that has nothing but great days all the fucking time, it's fucking, you know, you feel like the king, you feel like the queen, right? When there's that version of you, the same way that in your mind you select a bunch of negative shit all the time, when you're saying, oh, I bet my boss is gonna fucking yell at me. I mean, what's the point of asking for that girl's number when I just got rejected last week? Oh man, it's probably gonna be the same thing. You just selected that reality in your brain. The same way you can select that is the way you gotta go in the Netflix queue of your mind and select that alter ego that has everything that you want. And I guarantee you, the more you keep doing that, the more your subconscious will know what the fuck you're doing. And it will give you that reality. And it will reflect back. And look, another biological way to explain this is that when you associate your alter ego with nothing but success in your dating life, nothing with but success financially, when you associate your alter ego with that, not just as a fucking character you like to play in your fucking theater class, no, when you associate that alter ego, let's say your name is Billy, but you call yourself fucking Billy the Kid, right? Well, when you associate that alter ego with the version of yourself that is badass, the alpha male, or the bad bitch version of yourself if you're a girl, what happens is, because you already told your subconscious the definition of Billy the Kid, the definition of this Aphrodite character that you created, if you're a woman, you will automatically start getting inspired actions, inspired thoughts. I know this sounds fucking crazy, but even if you have never, done a theater class in your life, if you ever try to pretend to be a character, right? Like they did a scientific experiment with kids where they made them they had like 10 kids take a test and then 10 other kids take the same test. 10 of the kids just took the test, whatever, right? But the other 10 kids, they were told to wear a doctor's coat while they were taking the test. Guess which group of kids had better results on their fucking test? The ones who were told to take the exam wearing a doctor's coat. Why? Because even a child knows that when they see a lab coat and they think of a doctor, they associate doctors with intelligence. And even though all these kids, were from the same area, the same school, because they put on the coat, even the fact that they had the coat on gave them the subconscious inspired actions to decide the better choices on the exam, which therefore caused them to have a better test result, right? And it's the same thing here. Your coat, your armor, your mask of your alter ego, even if you imagine yourself that you look completely different, even just saying the name, even if your alter ego looks exactly the same, it has the same mole on the back of your neck, but the only difference is you have SP. When you associate that alter ego, whether it's through the name or whether it's through a fucking necklace that you wear, when you tell yourself, every single time I wear this necklace, I am Kyra Sultana, right? Whatever you got to do. The point is whatever helps you associate with it, once you put it on, whether physically or in your imagination, you will start to get the inspired actions of that individual. And the more you keep doing it, the more you will become that person, and you will no longer have to put on that coat, put on that mask. That's the way it is for me with Neil Arthos. I might slip up for a little moment, but then I just say his name or imagine the fucking body of Neil Arthos, which is like a dark black fucking metallic feeling skin of a god. And automatically I start thinking, like, what would Neil Arthos do in this situation in front of this girl who everybody keeps looking at, who has a fucking ass that looks like a gigantic coin slot? He would not be like, fucking drooling over her like a fucking dog. He would fucking be standing next to her like a fucking king. And to be honest, he would think that she's kind of below him. And if anything, she better fucking blow him if she thinks that she's going to get a chance to enter into his chambers, right? All of a sudden, just the simple awareness, like I'm not blank, I'm Kyra Sultana. That's all it took for her to get these inspired actions. Now, in her case, she didn't do shit. She didn't text him. She didn't, post something on her status to maybe provoke him to contact her. But sometimes it's just the simple fact that you stepped into that shift, stepped into that reality. That doesn't only shift your perception, that doesn't only shift your awareness, but it literally shifts your reality around you. Because remember, like I've said, whether it's your SP, whether it's your partner, your spouse, whether it's your family, or whether it's the fucking clerk at Domino's, everybody is you. And when you change what's going on inside with you, whether it's through an alter ego or whether it's just through you deciding in this moment at the snap of a finger that you are the person who you want to be, who has the SP, who has the money, even that is enough to make your SP, who has blocked you on all platforms, contact you from 5,000 miles away. Because you shifted to the reality where you don't give a fuck, where you are Kyra fucking Sultana, where you are Billy the Kid, where you are Nia Lartos, and you have what you want. So I just wanted to share that success story with you. If you guys want to book a fucking consultation with me and change your fucking life forever, what the fuck are you guys waiting for? NiaLartosTheGod@gmail.com. If my prices don't fit your liking, I love you so much that I'm willing to work around it, okay? Because I'm not just going to I'm not going to leave you hanging, okay? So, with that being said, I am Nia Lartos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.